everybody, welcome back to another Funny Girl Abroad episode. I am Aliki. I am abroad. I am from Greece, but I don't live there. I am confused roaming around different places, mostly Sweden, and I lose stuff occasionally or often. I think that today I would like to tell you a lovely story about the time that I lost my luggage in Norway. That is actually this is a very lovely experience. It's not a fun thing. I mean, it's never fun to lose stuff, let alone a whole luggage. But in my mind, it's a very fun experience. It was not so much an emergency, the emergency that it sounds. It was more a fun adventure. A fun adventure I got to go with my brother. Because in the summer I visited my brother in Norway. And he got the privilege, I'm gonna go as far as to say privilege, to get involved with me losing stuff and see me in this crazy where's my luggage state, which is just, an experience, and then also got to follow it. It's basically, okay, when you're with me and I lose stuff, it's like an immersive theater play. Okay, there's drama, there's adventure, we're gonna have to move through different locations. There are questions that you look for the answers to, and others that become unanswered, that stay unanswered. You get to meet a ton of characters, strangers, different people that are engaged in your journey, and ask them if they've seen anything, if they've heard anything. It's like an immersive detective play, theater play. This is what happens. You get to show people photos of stuff and be like, hey, have you seen this particular phone in the last 48 hours? What was it wearing? The red case. Where did you see it? What did it look like? Did it look tired? Was it charged? What was the whereabouts? What was the state? Any information you have can really help us. This is basically my life wherever I go. And so in the summer I got to visit my brother that at the time was in Norway for a conference. And am I revealing too much information now? Would my brother be unhappy with that? But remains to be found out after this is already posted. For now, I'm just gonna continue and say that my brother was in Norway in a small city. I think it was relatively small of a city, and he invited me there to join him, and I went there to see him and spend some time together. So as I arrive in Norway, first of all, I wanna say, if you are ever going to lose anything, I recommend Scandinavia 100%. If you plan on losing your luggage, your phone, your other personal objects, if you plan to lose anything or anybody, I recommend Scandinavia, okay? I recommend Sweden, I recommend Norway as fantastic places for losing stuff. Nobody wants your stuff, okay? They don't want it. When I first moved from Greece, I thought, you know what? My stuff isn't good enough for most people here. They have nicer jackets. They don't want my jacket. My jacket isn't even good enough for the winter. No one's gonna get my jacket. If anything, finding my jacket is a responsibility that they do not want. They wanna get rid of it as fast as possible. So they're gonna do something. They're gonna leave it to the bar person. I think that's basically what's going on. So people tend to return stuff a lot, which is why it's a fantastic place for losing stuff. So when I went to Norway, I was extremely proud of myself for a very stupid reason. It's a very stupid reason. That's nothing to be proud of yourself for. But I was. I was proud of myself because I saw a photo of the hotel room I was gonna stay in, and I was able to identify an HDMI cable. So I go to the hotel and I pull up my luggage. I open my luggage. I start looking for the HDMI cable. Of course, first move, connect the HDMI cable. Second move, find your clothes and put on slippers and like take your toiletries. What's the toiletry? I think I mean to say toiletries. Toiletries? Is this a word? A toilet and trees. I don't even know. Toiletries. Whatever I said. Anyways, take all of that stuff anyway to the bathroom. That's not what I do. I don't take my bathroom stuff to the bathroom. I don't take on my slippers, no. Immediately I reach for the HDMI. And lo and behold, there is no HDMI cable. To which I'm like shocked because wait a moment, I'm sure I packed it. Like if anything, I know for sure what is in this bag. It's my HDMI cable. There's no, everything else I can doubt. Maybe I didn't take this shirt, I took another shirt. Maybe I forgot all of my makeup. Maybe I forgot all of my clothes. But there's no way I forgot this HDMI cable, okay? All right. So I know there's something up, okay? And then my brain starts putting the facts together because I start to remember that, I'm pulling the bag up and it's a little bit heavy. I mean, it's a luggage, of course it's heavy, but I just felt like it took a little bit more effort to put it up than I thought it was gonna take. But I remember it taking. I thought maybe I'm tired from the trip. I've been walking all day, I'm probably tired. Now the luggage also looks bigger. At this point I'm playing Red Riding Hood with the luggage. I'm like, oh luggage, you look a little bit bigger. Is this you? Is this your outer shell, luggage? And the luggage is like, yes, I've just grown from all these delicious clothes that you fed me and now I'm just bigger, I'm the luggage. I'm like, oh, luggage, okay, give me my stuff then. And then I can't find my stuff. My stuff is not in the luggage. And if your stuff is not in the luggage, then there's only one thing to conclude. This is not your luggage. Because if it was your luggage, it would have your stuff inside of it. Let's be honest there. So I know this is not my luggage, unfortunately. Which begs the question, where is my luggage? And also, who does this luggage belong to? I got a little bit of cold sweat, I'm gonna be honest, because not only I had so much stuff in my luggage that I actually wanted to have, but I actually got stressed for the person whose luggage I took, because I saw that they had some, what's the word for it? You know, this paper that you get when you fly from the airport, people? This identifying paper, this luggage bracelet with an airport name and stuff. Well, it had this one, so I know that the person that had this was flying. I don't know if they were supposed to fly further. What if they were supposed to fly further and they took their luggage? So I was really not nice. I was very unhappy about the possibility that somebody's on flight not finding their luggage. And I called the airport and I let them know that I have it and everything. But luckily there was a better scenario on the horizon, which is that hopefully, this mistake didn't happen in the airport. Hopefully this mistake happened later. It happened in the bus from the airport to the city. Now this is a much better scenario because it means that whoever lost this was also going to the city, to the town that I was going, which means that, they haven't left the country yet and they can have their stuff back. And it also means that my luggage, maybe I don't have to go all the way to the airport to get, or even more, that they didn't take my luggage, fly to another country. That would be not a great turn of events for me. Imagine if the person took my luggage and flew to another country. And not of mistake. You know what? I would believe it if they did it just for events. If somebody found only my luggage left in the airport and they safely assumed that I got theirs, I would understand it. If they were just so mad to be like, you idiot, you took all of my stuff? Well, guess what? We're gonna have to live off of that then. Let's see what we have here. We have a new set of clothes, we have some makeup, it's totally fine. I'm just gonna take your stuff. I wouldn't be too surprised if that happened, to be honest, not at all. Then I go downstairs to the hotel, ask the hotel receptionist to throw in their 2 cents in the conversation. What do you think? What would you do? And yeah, she recommended actually the most sensible thing, which is to just get in the bus, go all the way to the end, and then ask there. So this is what we did. Me and my brother went in a nice, happy adventure to find my lost luggage. We got in the bus, drove all the way to the end. I very nicely explained to the bus driver that I am stupid, and he did not charge me for the ticket, which was amazing. So that's one thing that you get. That's an excuse you can use. If you can't buy a ticket and you absolutely need to get in a bus, in Norway, I don't know if it works in other countries, if you are in a situation that you need to ride the bus, this is an excuse that I can tell you has worked once. I don't know if it would work a second time. Please feel free to test it and let me know, okay? It goes like this. I took somebody else's luggage. I think I lost mine in the bus. I have to go to the end to leave this luggage and find mine. No, now that I think about it again, for this excuse to work, you need to also carry a luggage. Now this plan starts to become weirdly specific and relying on coincidences. Now you also have to find a lost luggage on the street, pick it up, then go continue with your fake story on the bus. Now it's getting a little bit too much. So me and my brother, we get on the bus and we go all the way to the end where the buses go when they are finished with the route. And I ask, where should I go? And the driver points me to a place, and I go there and I explain the situation. And I have to say, the guy that was there told me the best thing I could ever imagine to hear, like the best words of, offering some type of peace of mind to me. That's exactly what I got. He told me, that happens a lot more than you think. I think that's the most loving words that you can say to me at all times. Every time I mess something up, that's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear, don't worry, it's fine. Like, what does this even mean? I don't want to hear, it's not a big deal, or, don't worry, we're gonna find it, or I don't know. I don't want to hear. The only thing I want to hear is, it happens a lot more than you think. Because when you lose stuff like this, your main problem is not even just the stuff. It's not even just that you are out of your mind. The problem is the loneliness, Because how many people are there in the world like this that are still alive, okay, but have somehow still managed to survive to this day with this particular set of skills, or rather lack of skills? Who are you going to talk to, but will understand you? The worst is that you feel alone. And that's why the best thing you can say to somebody is exactly that, Even for heavier stuff, like really, really stupid stuff. I picked up the wrong baby from the kindergarten. They were wearing the same jacket, and and they have the same hair. So It happens a lot more than you think. How do you feel now? Is there anything better than that? You don't want to hear, no, don't worry, it's fine. No, don't worry, they're not going to remember it when they grow up. Like, all those things just fill you still with shame. And trying to remove the shame just makes it worse. No, all you want to hear is, it happens. People don't talk about it. You don't talk about it. You don't advertise it. But it happens, okay? Like, I don't want to be an exception to the rule. I'm just the rule. It's just that the rule is different than what you think sometimes. I'm very happy to be part of the unhappy majority, but just loses stuff all the time in the bus from the airport. I wanna go with the flow. I wanna go with the group, and if that means to, wear pajamas for a week, that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna be fine with that. So this fantastic guy, my new friend, takes me then to this room that has 20, 50 luggages. So I have to report, yes, it does happen a lot more than you think. This was not just empty words of offering me some type of compassion. He was trying to make me feel better. He was talking truth. He was talking facts. I saw it with my own eyes. So many orphan luggages, forgotten, gathering dust over there. I mean, there were so many. For a moment, I thought, you know what, I can pick a better one. I also remembered about my HDMI. Okay, say I get a bigger, better luggage, say it has better, more expensive stuff than my stuff. Are they gonna have an HDMI? I don't think so. So I absolutely have to get my bag, my luggage with all of my equipment inside of it. So I look around, and yes, I did find my luggage. And I lifted it, and it was the perfect weight. I could feel it in my muscles, in my arm, that this is my luggage, It's a very mysterious connection you have with your luggage when you travel. You know how it feels. You know exactly how much energy you have to pull and push in order to put it up. If it's one grammar off, if somebody adds one book, the whole thing just collapses. It feels completely different now. It's like if somebody gives you a new pillow, Maybe it doesn't look different, but it feels different immediately the moment you use it. So I lifted my luggage, put it up on over a bookcase just to get the feeling of doing that move, see how it feels. And then I concluded it was definitely my luggage. I thanked everybody. I was so excited. I thanked them all personally. There were 4 old Norwegian guys sitting there. I was looking for somebody to bribe desperately. Anybody needs a bribe? I don't know. Who do I pay? What do I owe you? Dear sirs, nobody wanted any bribes or not. Nobody wanted anything. Everybody was just confused. I'm not buying the luggage. It's mine already. I can have it. I can leave. It's just I don't know what kind of instinct that is. It's my Balkan instinct. I have to bribe somebody. This can't be just happening. This is too good. This is too good to be true. Okay. So I take my luggage and I leave. And that was an amazing, happy ending for my story. That's my story. I don't know what happened to the person with the other luggage. I don't know. Maybe they have, the other side of this is somewhere out there. Maybe they have the podcast as well. Maybe they will get to see this and they will tell me their side of the story. What happened? Did they ever manage to find the luggage? Did they ever get it? Was it on time, or were they in a different continent already? I don't know. I wish I could contact them. I could not. I did try. I could see the name of the person in this, in this friendship bracelet of the airport that the airport puts on the luggages. I could see the name of the person. I googled the name. I couldn't find the person. You have to be reachable online is what I'm trying to say. You never know what happens. You know, like if you lose your luggage and somebody has your name, they're gonna look for you, and it's nice that they can find you. You know, it's okay with the weird burner accounts and the funny names and the stuff, but have at least one way that you are findable online, because you never know what you're gonna lose and who's gonna find it. Worst case, you can just make a website only for this particular scenario, you know? Maybe you don't want to have social media. I totally understand this. I totally get it. Just make a website. A website with your name, maybe a photo, maybe it's not necessary, and just say like, did you find my stuff? Please reach me, and then just have a contact form. Did you find anything that seems to belong to me? Contact, name, mail, text. I did feel very bad for this person though. I mean, you know, because I don't think they never took my luggage. I was under the impression that we somehow like got each other's luggage. But that was not at all what happened. I just got I just got somebody's luggage. That's it. It was completely one side. It was just me. I just took. I just stole somebody's luggage. Not intentionally, but I kind of did. I got my luggage back and I was so happy about it, right? You only appreciate something when you lose it. While you have your luggage, you're like, oh, I have to carry it, it's so heavy, it doesn't slide very well. I should have gotten one of those robots that just like slide around by itself and follows you with Bluetooth or however it follows you. But then you lose it, then you're like, now I want it back. I wanted to have my stuff. If it was a robot, maybe could it have found me by itself? Does anybody have one of those robot luggages that just like drive around by themselves? And if you lose that one, can it just drive home? Can it find your house like a dog? So that was my story of losing my luggage in Norway. This is the only time ever I've lost my luggage. I never lost it on a plane or anything like that. I've been quite lucky with those things. I never had anything lost on a plane. All of my losing stuff, I do it myself. So that was just this part of my experience, and the rest of my experience in Norway, I will probably talk to you about another time because I had a fantastic time there. This was just my arrival. This was just the first thing. But then I've had another great adventure with like castles and restaurants and like amazing places. I'm gonna talk about this some other time. I remembered about this story because my brother will come to see me, and I remembered what a nice time we had together in Norway. So I'm looking forward to have my brother over. I might forget to shoot for a week. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when I come back. But whenever I come, I hope you're here and you'll watch the next episode. And yeah, well, it's time to go. So see you guys around. Bye.